live on the air with the legendary, straight from the West Coast, of course by his name, West Coast Stone. How you doing tonight?
Oh man, I'm feeling great, man. How you doing, man?
I am
Doing
doing
all right?
great. I'm doing wonderful, man.
No, I couldn't wait, man. I was waiting for this time to come, man, to sit down and chat, man, and get it cracking and the new music and having the fans that know I got that good music out there going, man. So I was excited, man. Ecstatic.
Oh, I was excited for this interview as well, man. It's a long time coming. We had it booked for a couple months, I believe.
I know it's been a minute, yeah. It's finally here.
Oh, most definitely. The anticipated wait is here. We got West Coast Stone and DJ Immortal about to chop it up. My first question for you, Stone, is what made you decide to get into the music industry?
Well, it's been on. I've been doing this ever since I was 6 years old. So I always had love for the music ever since the day I was born. So I just, took it further, and more I got to get going into it, and I just took it further. So it's basically been me all the time, the whole time, ever since I was born.
You were also part of a church choir as well. Like, what made you get into doing the whole church stuff?
Yeah, I started off in church. Every musician that that's successful started off in church, man. So, I was church raised, and that's why I was, a lot of times using my gift there, in choirs and stuff and playing and stuff like that. So, really cool,
Oh yeah, and not a lot of listeners might not know this, but you are a very talented individual, like outside of the rap industry as well. You have the ability to play 17 different instruments. What are some of the instruments you know how to play, and how did you learn so many in such a short time?
I don't know. It was just like a miracle, man. I just picked up an instrument every week. Every week I play something different, and my fingers would just move, man. You know what I mean? It was an out of body experience, man. It's like your fingers moving, but your mind is crazy. But it's just when you say genius, when you say musically inclined, that's what it means, man. When you're a genius, and that's what I had to really figure out and find out that how the talent that I had was crazy. And I'm the older I got, and I was like, whoa, like you just like knowing that you got some superpowers, like Superman. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, okay, I see the people loving this, man. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's a good thing, man. And I started off with like drums and the percussion, and started off with pianos and stuff, and then bass with strings and guitars, and then brass and all kind of stuff, man, and flutes and all kind of, and it's just all about rhythm, and it's all about. I didn't know how to read music, man. It's all I play by ear. And some of the stuff I still don't know my music still, and I think to myself like, man, I should go to school and learn how to read some music. But it just feels good, man. It feels right. You know what I mean? When I don't know, it just feels right, man.
So, what is your favorite instrument out of those 17 that you know how to play?
Man, I like the drums, man. You can't go. Yeah, the drums got to be in the house, man. Without the drums, there's no beat. Oh, you can't go without the beat.
That is true. You know what I mean? Huh? Piss off the neighbors as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You gotta have the beat, man. Without the beat of the drum, that's like the heart, right? The heartbeat. The heartbeat. It's a rhythm. If it jump out of rhythm, you dead. You know what I mean? You gotta have that rhythm, man. That beat. That heartbeat to keep everything alive is the head,
That is most definitely true. And also, 4 years in a row, you won the West Coast Producer of the Year award. How does it feel knowing you won that award 4 years in a row?
Man, you know what? I just thought, I was like, dang, somebody really liked me now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? With 7 years in a row, somebody actually really likes West Coast Stone. No, man. I love it, man. My supporters. The supporters that love my music, I'm just so glad, man, that I can take and touch people with my music and have them to say, hey, man, so he got something special, you know what I'm saying, and come through and support my music. So it's a good thing, man. I love it.
See, before I started this radio show, I was a really huge fan of yours, and I used to call West Coast Stone best in the West. You know what I mean? I just thought it was catchy because
Right.
you're a very talented individual, man. So personally, I want
Yeah,
to say
thank you.
thank you for coming on my show because before I did this radio show, I used to jam to your music all the time, man. So I want to say thank you.
Right. Yeah, I love it, man. I thank you for letting me having me on too.
Hey, man, you're most certainly welcome anytime. Also, in 2006, you released your album called "What It Do." What was the story and
Yeah.
inspiration behind that iconic record?
Man, I don't know. That was my first record, man, because I had been producing a lot of stuff. And I'm like, man, I want to put my own stuff out there. I want people to know that I do these other things. I can rap, I can sing. I just didn't want to just be known just for making the beats. I wanted people to hear that I can sing, I can do this, I can do that, I can take it above. So, and that's why I ended up doing that album. And actually, I was just doing it for the fun. I wasn't doing it for like, this actually, it was just kind of a hobby thing, and I put it out there, and people caught on to it. I started catching on, you know what I mean? And man, they loved it, and I had that joint with George Clinton on there, and you know what I'm saying? They liked that one, and actually, I'm gonna re-put that one out. I'm gonna remix it and redo it and put it out, sign it up good, man, and re-put that out.
I'm most definitely looking forward to that one. And my next question actually was George Clinton. I was going to ask, how did you initially get hooked up with him?
Man, that's family, man. That's man. That's it's just all about family, man. When you got, when you got everything going in, man, and you got these people around you that, and this like Rick James. You feel me? That was like family. You know what I'm saying? Like all these people was in my life. They say, hey man, you got some dope stuff. We like, we want to work with you. We want to do some stuff with you, and and it's all about this family, man. So,
And speaking of that, you also had the privilege of working with the late great Nipsey Hussle. What was that experience like, and how did you and Nipsey meet?
Man, he had came out one day, man, and we was doing some stuff. We worked in the studio. And I just remember we did this track, but I remember him sitting there while I was going through some tracks, and he was just like, man, keep going, keep going, keep going. And we was going through after track after track after track, and he's just like, man, I really love your stuff. So he ended up, getting on, one of the tracks I produced, and two other tracks actually I produced, and man, we made some good music, man, and he was a cool dude, and he really liked my music, and he just would ask, like, even he hadn't seen me in a while or something, he just would ask, like, hey, man, what West Coast on that, man? Tell him I need some of them slaps, man. I need some bangers. So, he always, gave me some love, man, when it came to my music, man. He liked my stuff. So we ended up doing a couple joints together. It's pretty dope.
I heard he was a very, very, amazing individual behind the cameras, man. I heard he was a very, very nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a cool guy, man, and when you got to, because you don't connect with a lot of people when it comes to the music. You don't connect with. I mean, you do music for people, but it's the connection. You know what I mean? It's just something different about the connection. You know what I mean?
And before we get off this topic, all I have to say is rest in peace to the late great Nipsey Hussle. Gotta say, fly.
Man. Right, man. Rest in peace, badass, man. Too, man. So
as well, that one actually sprung up on the entire rap game, man. I did not see that one coming whatsoever.
Yeah, man, crazy. I just show you, man. Do what you gotta do, man, and don't wait. Don't let nobody tell you, man. Time is short. Life is short. Man. Do it, and just don't waste no time. Go on and just make it, crack it out.
Tomorrow ain't promised to no man. Live every day like it's your last.
Straight up, man. What's so crazy about it is I got a few records, man, that people passed away. Just like with Big Sight, rest in peace, man. I got a dope album, with me, him, and Glasses Malone. You know what I'm saying? Big Sight. I'm gonna release that soon too. You know what I'm saying? But that's a dope record too.
How did you actually get hooked up with Big Sight, if you don't mind me asking that?
Man, I can't even remember. I think one time I seen him at a show, And we was chopping it up, and he said, "Man, I heard of you, man. I heard you got the beats and whatever, whatnot." And I was like, "Yeah, let's link about." We ended up, I think I ended up going to Vegas or something, and we ended up hooking up in Vegas, and he ended up coming to the studio I was in, and we just laid some. I played some tracks, man. He was like, "Whoa, like man, yeah, you got the bangers, man." I was like, "Look, man, I got this jam. I think it sound good. What you want?" And he was like, "Man, no problem. Let's bang it out." And he banged it out. And man, it's a really dope song. And I did some stuff for him, but unfortunately, it didn't come out. But man, but I got some stuff that I can put out with me and him on it, man. And it's cool, you know what I'm saying? Because I was able to get that from him. You know what I'm saying? So it's special.
Most definitely. And I gotta say, before we move on to the next question, in our chat chat feature here, we got Cocaine's twin, and he wanted me to tell you, said, tell my guy West Coast Stone, I said what's up. So just wanted to spread that message a little.
Man, what's up back at him, man? You already know. Get it moving.
Yeah, man. So you also have a massive bases in Russia, Asia, Germany, UK, and the list goes on. How does it feel knowing your West Coast sound and style is inspiring millions of international listeners?
Man, it's really cool. You know what I did? Because I did that pop rock music album. And when I did that pop rock album, and it started going like in Japan and Russia and China, I'm like, wait a minute. Because at first I was just like I say, I'm always experimenting, right? Music is experiment. You rolling the dice until it hit, right? So I'm rolling the dice. That's all I'm doing is rolling the dice, And I'm just like, man, I'm gonna do this pop rock album because people like to dance, right? I'm like, you can't go wrong with people dancing. So I put in it, and it just reached out to a lot of people when I did that, man, and it went from there, and it just started spreading like a wildfire, man.
And that must be pretty awesome just to have that many, like, because some of those countries they probably don't even speak actual English, and the fact that they actually can actually listen to your English lyrics and still love it, man, that's actually must be an amazing feeling.
Yeah, that actually is a good feeling, yeah, because I have people that send me like videos and they dancing to it. Now, man, I don't know the title or nothing because I can't read for them. Right? So they sending me stuff with the title, but this is crazy. Ain't this crazy though? Music is so it's like all over the world. It doesn't even matter, man. Music you don't have to speak English. You don't have to speak Spanish, French. But when it comes to the music, it's one thing that everybody understands. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the good thing about the music, man. When everybody understands the music, the melodies, everything is played the same. The strings, the bass, it's Chinese music, strings. I mean, it's in everything. So that's one thing that everybody can communicate with the frequency. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool, man.
Just like they say, music brings brings many people together. So that most definitely is true.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
So on September 4th, 2016, you released your most recent studio album called Stoner's Music. I probably can already guess this, but what's the inspiration and story behind that record?
Man, that inspiration was behind the cookies, man. No,
that's what I was thinking too.
No, man. No, for real. I'm going to be honest. I ain't going to lie to you. That was the inspiration, man. Some good old, some good Marvin Gaye, man, right? No, man, I had fun with that, man. That's something that I did. It was a track that I felt, and it was legalized and everything, and I just felt, man, it was the right time for that record. That I want to make it a feel-good record. When somebody hear it, they can relax, kick back and blow it, it blow the one, and I had fun with that record, man. I love that record.
Oh, man, I got to say, I love that record as well, man. And most definitely is one of those great albums you can just sit back, smoke a blunt to, and just kick your feet up, man, and get lost in the music.
Exactly. Man, you can't go wrong with that one. Look, everything I'm trying to do, like I said, I'm trying to roll the dice and hit the 7, man. You know what I'm saying? If I can't hit I'm trying to hit the 7. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get like gang like rich off the music. I just want to be able to take care of my family. You ain't got to worry about the bills. Be like, hey man, the cable bill due. Got 2 weeks to pay it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, I'm trying to get it, man. Yeah, for real.
And you know what? It must be an awesome feeling as well, just being able to do your passion like all the time and actually get that cable bill paid, get your rent paid. You know what I mean? Just by doing what you love to do in your music, man. It beats a 9 to 5 any day.
Right, man. I'm telling you for real though. Like, cause some people be mad, some people ain't. That's why I say about this gift. You know what I'm saying? When I was blessed with this gift, it was like, all right, I'm gonna bless you with this gift, and you ain't gonna have to work. Man, I'll take that. You feel me? Yeah, let me get that. I'll take that, man. If I ain't gotta work, you know what I'm saying? That's good, man. I mean, it's still working, but you know,
yeah, so it's not really
you're
work.
Being independent, man.
It's not really work if you love what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like it's more of just a passion.
Yeah.
You know,
right,
flipping burgers
exactly.
at Mickey D's. Now that's a fucking job.
Right. Yeah, for real though. Yeah.
So you have a new single that's called "This Ain't What You Want." Sorry. You have a single that's called "This Ain't What You Want." What's the inspiration behind that track, and where can we buy ourselves that single?
Man, I love that. You know, I love that track, man. Listen, I ain't even gonna lie. You probably think I'm just, but I ain't gonna lie. I was just experimenting with the track. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I was talking to Cocaine, and I called him. I said, "Hey, man, I got this hook in my head," and I started singing to him. He said, "Man, that's dope." I said, "Watch, I'm gonna put it to a track." You know what I'm saying? It's gonna sound even dope when I put it to the track. He was like, "Yeah, okay, yeah." You know what I'm saying? I know that's gonna sound dope. So I ended up doing this beat, and the beat, I ended up doing the beat, and when I was rocking out too, I was like, "Ooh." The title came to my head, "This Ain't What You Want." I started singing it with the beat, and it went perfect, right? And I was like, "Ooh, that's the song." And so that's how that ended up coming out. And you know, I just messing around, man, and it came out, man. It came out dope, man. I love that track right there, man. And you know, it's everywhere, man. You can get it on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, Spotify. Check out the video on YouTube. Also, you can go to my website, www.officialwestcoaststone.com. You know what I'm saying? Go check out everything I got going up there, the merch and music and all that kind of stuff.
And speaking when I said newest single, this is actually my next question. Your newest single is called Lives. What's the story behind that single? Yeah. And again, where can our listeners buy that?
You know, Lives. One day, this is what happened with Lives. I was rolling through my Instagram, and I was flipping through it, and I was flipping through it, and I was flipping through it, and I was like, some of these people, like, you know what I'm saying, their lives are different. Like, you know, the way they live in, you know, the things that people, how they are today, you know, it's just lies. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of made up, fabricated stuff, you know, especially behind the social media and all that. So that's why he ended up, you know, making that song Lies, man. And, you know, you can get that also on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play. It's on all the digital platforms, you know, and I'm going to do a video for it, too. It's going to be dope, too. But, man, I love that record, man. You know, it's different, you know.
And you also produced a song called Fuck the Police and 4 other tracks on Sibo's newest album called Animal. What was it like working with Sibo? Right. How did you guys originally get connected?
Man, Sibo, man, talented, man. Just one day I was doing some. Actually, I got hooked up through with Killer Tay, because Killer Tay had this Salute the West 2. No, the first Salute the West album, and ended up doing some stuff with Killer Tay. Sibo had heard of me, and he was just like, "Man, I want to do some stuff with you." Get through Killer Tay, and then that's how we kind of linked up. You know what I mean? Through Killer Tay, and then he was like, "Man, I want to do some stuff with you." But he had always heard about me, and just the connection, you know. So Killer Tay made the connection come through, you know, and that's how we ended up doing these records.
And you know, Sibo, I had the pleasure of interviewing him a couple weeks back. Very, very cool guy as well. You know, very talented individual. So
yeah.
I actually played the song Fuck the Police tonight earlier in the broadcast, and I have to say, damn, man, that's a fucking slapper, man. That was a great track. I was feeling that.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I love that. I love that record too. I really do. I love the record. I like working with Shebo, man. Even the one with MC8 is dope too, called Rolling. And man, that's a banging track too. So yeah, I've got a few tracks out there. It's pretty dope.
Also, there's a lot of inspiring artists out there that actually that aren't like these mumble rappers that actually want to get noticed and they're just new at what they do. You're a legendary individual on the West Coast, man. What's some good advice you can give some up and coming and aspiring artists?
Man, you know what? Always do something. Never be scared to jump out the box. Don't worry about what other people say about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Just never be afraid to jump out the box. Never be afraid to go and remake something. To go, and make it a hit. You know what I mean? Yeah, just be open minded to the music. Because some of the stuff I hear today is good stuff. It's with time. It's like fine wine. You know what I mean? Like the further go, the better it tastes. I don't know, but I just be open minded with the music, and you know what I'm saying. I love what everybody's doing, and I respect what everybody's doing. You know what I mean? And that's what. You know what? I got 6 singles that I did with the Lies, and I got another one going to come out, and it's a different sound. You know what I'm saying? It's really not West Coast sound. You know what I'm saying? It's a different sound because I don't want anybody to get it construed. Like I do all kind of music. I don't just do West Coast music at that sound. I do everything. I do from gospel to country to jazz. I do all kind of stuff. So what I'm saying, I got a variety of stuff that I do. So I just don't want people to think like, because people be like, oh, because I met a guy one time. He said, oh yeah, he was going to. I mean, yeah. He said, oh, well, the guy said, man, I didn't know. I wanted some beats from you, but I didn't contact you because your name West Coast Dawn. I thought, who did this West Coast? Until he heard my stuff, and then he was like, man, you're versatile. So, that's why I put a lot of these albums out and singles out, because I want people to see the versatility, how versatile I am, with my music and what I do,
And that's most definitely true. And I have to ask, West Coast Stone, what's next for you? Is there any other things you would like to let our audience know about, like any new up and coming projects, shows, anything of that nature?
Man, I got a tour I'm putting together right now. I got more albums coming. I got a little comedy. I don't know if I should say something about this, but I got some, because I do the alter ego stuff with Ratchet Rico. Now, have you check that out yet?
Yes.
Yeah. So I got some stuff going on with that, man, with some shows and stuff, and for some little comedy stuff. Because man, everybody don't want to look mad, man. I'm trying to put some happy in the world, man. The world need to be happy again, man. It's too much. It's too much. Everybody mad, man. They need to loosen up some, man.
They do, man. They need to smoke a blunt or something.
Man. Man, listen to the Stoner's music, man.
Just need to smile a little bit, man. You know what I mean? Like the old saying goes, it takes more muscles to actually frown than it does to smile. So smile a little bit more.
Man, smile a little bit. It's all right. It's okay to smile. Hey, gangsters smile too. You know what I mean? Gangsters smile. They smile, man. You know what I mean? It's okay, man. I learned, man, stay positive. You know what I'm saying? Have positive people around you, man. And just, you can't, just nowadays, man, you can't trust everybody. But you got to have your circle, with positive mode, you know what I'm saying, and the positive presence, man. Sometimes we have to get rid of those type of people out of our lives, man. Even though we love them, we have to love them from a distance, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it goes sometimes, just so you can live. Because without the stress and stuff, that's the stuff that tears down your body. You gotta be positive, man, and be healthy.
You gotta have that positive energy, and filter out the bad energy and turn it into positive.
Exactly.
So this is the time in the interview, Stone, where I give the individual that comes on the show, a chance to give the shout-outs or give thanks to whoever they want to give shout-outs or thanks to. and also their social media handles.
Yeah.
That way the individuals can follow you if they're not already doing that.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, go Instagram. Instagram/West Coast Stone. You know what I'm saying? For my Instagram, and go to for my website, check out www.officialwestcoaststone.com. You know what I'm saying? And then West Coast Stone on Facebook too. You know, that's pretty much it, man. You know, shout out to everybody, all my fans, all the new up and coming producers that, you know, fuck with me, that you know, that they support under me. I mean, you know, that they got love for me, and they want to. You know, I had a guy that said, "Man, I want to be like you, man." And sent me a video of him bobbing his head to his music, and it almost sounded like me. I was like, "Whoa, like, dude, like I was about to get some bobbleheads and some other stuff, you know what I'm saying, to make it look like me, some Barbie dolls or something. I don't know." But no, that's pretty cool that somebody wants that idols you. I mean, it's pretty cool, man. I mean, you know, to have people, you know, to touch you, man. I support it, man. And shout out to Outlaw Radio, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to the DJ, man. Shout out to everybody, man, across the world, man. France, Paris, man, everybody. I love y'all, man, all over the world, man. We're going to keep making this funk, man. I'm going to keep it funky, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, funky than your grandma's monkey, man. We're going to keep this funky.
Hell yeah, I gotta say, Stone, thank you so much for coming up on Outlaw Radio Live. It was an absolute honor and a privilege to interview such an amazing, talented individual like yourself, man. You have yourself a wonderful night, and thank you so much again.
Hey, much love. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
You're most certainly welcome. Have yourself a wonderful night.
Okay, man. Peace.
Peace.